you came to gym even if you like exhausted literally. You were working for how many hours?
32 hours.
32 hours straight, but you still came to gym.
Yeah.
Why?
Because I said I'd be consistent this year. So I'm
wow.
being consistent.
You're being consistent. Despite you being tired, you're still showing up.
Yep.
Exciting stuff. I'm inspired. Come. Oh, you're doing fine. Push. As if you want to sit down. I like the improvement. I know the weight is a bit heavier, but do not forget the stability. The chest is out, you're stable, coming from the ground up. You're squeezing up, squeeze, and then release for the blood circulation. I like the fights, I appreciate the fights, but I don't like that movement.
The swinging.
Yeah, the swinging. So just try and be stable while you're doing it. But I understand the weight is a bit heavier. You're doing extremely fine. Trust me, you're doing great. I love it. Keep playing with it. Keep playing with it. I love it. No, that's okay. Those are partials. Partials are still parts of the game, right? Nice, right, nice. Almost there. Just avoid the swinging. Don't swing so much. Maintain the chest being out. I like that. You're still fighting. Remembering that this is super heavy. Now you're playing with the big boys. How does it feel to play with the big boys?
Good.
Feels good. You see, now you'll be flexing the muscle soon.
Yeah, look at that. Trust it.
But the idea of you becoming, not the idea, in fact, it's reality.
Yeah.
You becoming fit and stronger, how does it feel?
It feels really good because I'm not out of breath walking up the stairs anymore.
And then at work, how are you mentally?
I'm good. Even
Do you get fatigue?
Not like I used to. I just work 32 hours and I'm still wide awake. So, like, don't get me wrong, I'll sleep nicely tonight. But I don't feel like dead inside.
And then what's working for you?
Being consistent, coming to gym all the time.
All
and
the time.
Eating properly.
Nutrition.
Even when I work on those long shifts, not ordering junk food.
Because now, considering your shifts and being busy and all, you can be tempted to buy anything like
Uber
KFC,
Eats,
McDonald's, Uber Eats. So how do you maintain discipline in terms of you not consuming unhealthy stuff?
I meal prep and then I actually pack stuff to go with me. And I usually pack more food than I know I'll eat because then I'm not tempted to order stuff because then I have stuff with me.
I know, that's discipline on another level, eh? That's discipline on another level. No, that's impressive. My main question is like, how does one persist when the motivation runs out?
I think that's the whole point of being consistent, is that like you don't just go when you're motivated. You go when you're not motivated. That's consistency. So even when you're tired, when you're irritable, when you're sore, you must still go because you're trying to be consistent. So if you're only going when you're motivated, then as soon as you either kind of get where you want to go, or when it's working for you, then you'll carry on. But if it stops or you stagnate a bit, then you'll stop. And then what's the point?
That's the point. And then do you have any systems and structures that you use to stay motivated? Not necessarily motivated, to stay in line, to stay consistent.
I guess you can feel I feel the change a lot more than I see the change, but other people see the change. But
you feel the change?
Yeah, I sleep better. I have more energy.
But my question is like, what are your structures and systems? What are things that you do to keep you at consistency?
I'm very like routine orientated, so I stick to a routine, which then helps me stay consistent because then I know, like I wake up at a specific time every day, I come to gym, I eat, I have my eating times, and then like when you build a routine, then it becomes a habit after a while. So when you first start, you have to like really think about it, but then the more you do it, the more it becomes just your habit.
It becomes a habit.
Yeah, so like you can have bad habits and good habits. So if you form good habits, then then it's not a routine even anymore. Then you don't even have to think about being consistent because you will just habitually be consistent.
Yeah. You're speaking like James Clear now. You're speaking like some psychologist from Harvard or something.
You just gotta turn your motivation into habit.
Yo, turn motivation into habit. That's a powerful one. I love it. What's the difference?
Well, if you're motivated, only motivated, then when it's great, you'll really enjoy it and you'll keep working. But then when it gets hard, you're gonna give up, right? Because then it's like, oh, it's just too much effort.
So
But
much
if
effort.
you decide, I'm gonna be consistent, you are gonna go whether it's good or bad, and then you get the reward. So if you decide, like, no, I'm gonna be consistent. So if you have a bad day, it shouldn't affect your consistency. If you're having a good day, that shouldn't affect. But with motivation, good days and bad days affect your motivation. Yeah.
Because you wanna be happy. Like,
Yeah.
if you're not happy, then I can't.
So like if you don't like instant gratification, right? That's why most people give up on the gym because you don't see change like instantly. So you go for like 4 sessions and you're like, oh, nothing's changed. You know, you don't see the instant picture, and then your motivation dies, so you stop going. But if you go, no matter what, I'm going to be consistent, then you're going to keep going, and then eventually you will see the change because it's not instant gratification. That's the difference.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. That was my New Year's resolution. That was the difference. I've been
Wow.
motivated before, but I haven't been consistent before.
You haven't been consistent before.
Yeah.
So what's changed from you being motivated before, now being consistent?
I just wanted more.
You just wanted more?
Yeah. So like, I've decided it's a lifestyle. It's not, and I'm willing to put in the work even if I don't see the change instantly.
So it's more like an investment, like a
Yeah.
strict one.
Because it's hard because in a world where we always get instant gratification through social media and things, it's hard to not have instant gratification. And something like the gym, you're only going to get out what you put in. So if you're inconsistent, you will get inconsistent results.
Ah. Wow.
Yeah.
I think if I post this, they're gonna have to pay me for this knowledge because this is like,
Motivational
I'm saying no, this is no motivation. This is psychology.
Yeah.
There's a difference between motivation, psychology, and
Yeah.
metaphysics and all of these things. But this is psychology. This is like
Yeah.
some real stuff, practical stuff.
Yeah.
So you're splitting fire right now.
Yeah, because
High
I've
five.
been motivated before.
High
I
five.
just gave up.
You just gave up.
Yeah.
But here you are now.
Oh,
So give yourself, because your birthday is soon, right? Give
Yeah.
yourself, how many months more are you giving yourself to...
I want to give myself a year and see what I look like.
That's the power of
Yeah.
when you stretch your timeline. I read that in most cases you get anxiety when you shrink your timeline, because you'll be like, oh shit, it didn't happen in 2 weeks. Now I'm nervous. It's not happening. This is not real.
Exactly where you want to be by the time you reach a certain point.
Exactly.
then
But
you
if your
might-
timeline is breathing, there's
Yeah.
some fresh air
And
between
also, the
your
longer you do
hours.
it, the more it becomes a lifestyle, and more your consistency turns into habits. So if you're like, I'm going to do it for a year versus if I'm going to do it for 3 months.
So if you say I'm gonna do it for a longer time, that's
Yeah.
like a year, 3 years, you're
And
gonna be more consistent.
And then you will carry on for longer because now it's become your habits.
But if you say I wanna do it I wanna see results in the next 3 months, then
it's
now,
like, if you don't get exactly what you were picturing,
then you're
then you give up.
disappointed.
because you're like, what's the point? Yeah.
This doesn't work.
Yeah, it doesn't work. I'm not where I mentally pictured I would be.
Your self-image is distracted.
Yeah, exactly.
Hmm.
Because you don't also see this change in yourself as much as other people will see it, because you see yourself every day, right? You look at yourself every single day, probably multiple times a day.
That's potent. That's
Yeah.
potent right here.
Where like, if you go,
That's
like you'll see friends
potent.
that you haven't seen for like 3 weeks and they're like, whoa, you look completely different. But you're like, okay, sure. But to them, you really do look completely different.
But to you, because you wake up with yourself, you sleep with
see
yourself
all the
every
time,
day.
And you're the most critical person on yourself that there will ever be. Nobody
Wow.
judges you like you.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Wow. Well.